Hello, children. Today we are going to understand Poem 5, The Roadside Stand. This poetry is written by famous poet Robert Frost. Let's know about the poet. Robert Frost is a highly acclaimed American poet of the 20th century. Robert Frost wrote about characters, people, and landscapes. His poems are concerned with human tragedies and fears, his reaction to the complexities of life, and his ultimate acceptance of his burdens. Stopping by the woods on a snowy evening, breeches, mending walls are a few of his well known poems. In the poem A Roadside Stand, Frost presents the lives of poor, deprived people with pitiless clarity and with the deepest sympathy and humanity. In this poetry, poet talks about the people who live in the city do not pay attention to the roadside stands. He also highlights the plight of the deprived poor villagers. They are working for some money to lead a better life. Let's talk about the first stanza. In the first stanza, poet says that there is a little old house by the roadside and new shade has been added to it. Fast vehicles keep on going on this road. The shade is put up as a roadside stand for any doll of bread, means donation, or to earn little money in cash. The acceptance of the roadside people is the flow of city money into their hands, but their expectations are never fulfilled as the city people are not kind enough to stop to buy their things or products. The roadside people do not want just basic amenities, but also want a source of ultimate income. The city people were busy with their own thoughts for earning profits and were not interested to stop their vehicles and buy the products of these roadside people. Or even if they stopped, they used to complain that these poor people are destroying the beauty of nature. Another complaint of the city people is that the sign of N and S on the signboards are wrongly written. In the next stanza, poet talks about the goods which are sold by these roadside people. The articles, products for the sale at the roadside stand are wild berries in a these cars speed away without even noticing these wild berries squash for sale in the wooden stand, or even the beautiful mountain scenes that lie in the backdrop. In the third stanza, poet says that he doesn't want to complain the landscapes had been marked by the artless paint, but complaint is the sorrow of the poor people. In the next line, farmers have put up a roadside stand far from the city so that they can earn some money which can help them to live their life in a better way, and hope that they will be able to live a life which they see in the pictures. Poet says that this is a political issue. Opposition party blames the party in power for not giving these farmers and poor villagers all the facilities, or these poor people are deprived of these facilities. But when opposition party comes in power, things would still be the same, and in this manner blame game will go on with no concern for these poor farmers. Poet gives an idea about the political parties play a dominant role. In the next stanza, poet satirically says that in the newspaper, government promised to pay poor farmers. They would be settled in the villages near the city, theatres and the stores wouldn't be far away from them, and government would take care of their needs. Poet calls these politicians greedy good doers, as their attitude toward these poor farmers is merely a publicity stunt. They just want to fool these poor people, merely making promises. These politicians teach them to sleep peacefully, but they destroy their sleeping day and night. These greedy good doers themselves take rest, but they leave poor people restless. In the next stanza, poet talks about the farmers wait for the customers, but no one stops at a stand to buy any product. The farmers sit with the sad faces near the open window. Even if city people stop there, they never buy the products, but to turn their vehicle or to ask where that road leads to, or they sell a gallon of petrol. In the last stanza, poet hoped that some miracle would happen so that the farmer could come out of this pathetic situation. The well being of farmers have never been considered by the country. At the end, poet says that if the farmers get all the facilities, poet would feel a great sense of relief, and these farmers should be in a position that they could offer help to others. But poet is not getting any solution of their problems. He further says that farmers should help one another to come out of their pain. So, children, I hope you have understood this poetry. Thank you.